Hi, I'm Anna Araujo. This is a call out to all of you that can sew. It's time to dust off those sewing machines and start making face masks for our frontline heroes, our nurses, doctors, hospital staff, grocery store workers, truck drivers, and all of those fighting this epidemic. This is a grassroots effort, and we all need to do our part. To make this easier, I'm going to show you a step-by-step how to make the face mask. You can get the pattern from craftpassion.com. I made a couple changes, so let's get started. For the lining, use muslin. For the outside of the face mask, either use cotton or flannel fabric. You will need scissors, pins, hair rubber bands, white thread, and a marker or something to trace your pattern on. Print off the pattern, and you need to add 1/4 inch to the pattern all the way around. This is the seam allowance. So I just do it with my ruler like so. I'm going to finish up and be back in a minute. And then just connect the dots like so with your marker. Now for the edge here, you want to add 1 inch. She says this on her updated pattern. For the men, I'm going to add 1.5 inches just to give there a little bit more room. On the women, just go ahead and do 1 inch. Before I cut it out, I'm going to put packing tape down. This will make the pattern more durable and last longer because you're going to be making a lot of masks, right? So we're just going to put packing tape, or if you got clear contact paper, that'll work too. Sorry about the noise. I'm just going to add the contact paper. And now go ahead and cut out the pattern. The next step is to pre-shrink all your fabric. Once it's pre-shrunk, you're going to go ahead and lay your pattern on and trace it out. So here's the lining for the muslin. I'm just going to trace the pattern really quick with my marker. I haven't had any problem using a Sharpie because you're going to cut on the line so you're not even going to see it anymore. It's just easier to find it. And then when you're laying out, this is a little last piece of my flannel I have of this. I think I can get 3 face masks on this. So what I'm going to do is just go like so, and I'll be back in a second and show you the next step. Now just place pins in a couple spots just to secure them when you're going to cut them. So I just do it like this. And if you're doing mass production, do a whole sheet of the muslin, all you could get on a piece of flannel. You have the idea. Now I'm going to cut out, and I'll be right back. As you can see, both of the pieces are cut out, and now it's time to go to the sewing machine. Okay, I'm going to sew my 1/4 inch seam allowance. And I'm going to do it on the base mask as well. And now you're going to clip along the curve. So can you see that okay? I'm just going to clip right along the curve. I'm going to do that on both pieces. Now that you have the edges all clipped, see, edges clipped, I'm going to open it up. And this is kind of called finger pressing, where you just kind of rub the fabric with your fingers. Mind you, these all need to be washed before the health workers wear them. I'm going to put this right in. I'm going to do 1/4 inch, actually maybe a little less, and I'm going to top stitch that all the way down. So I'm tucking this under with my fingers, kind of pulling as I go, and I'm going to top stitch all the way across. This really helps give the face mask some extra shape. Okay, you got the idea? I'm going to go ahead and do that with the lining as well. See what nice structure that gives the center of the face mask. And here's the lining. So the next step is pressing. And I know a lot of you don't like to do that, but it really makes it a lot easier if you do the pressing, and it'll save you a lot of headaches later. So let's start pressing. On the lining, I'm going to fold over 1/4 inch, and I'm going to press it. And then I'm going to fold that 1/4 inch over one more time and press. Trust me, you do not want to skip this step. It'll make your life much easier. Here we go. We're going to press another 1/4 inch. And then another 1/4 inch. As you can see, I'm eyeballing this, and as you do these, you'll be able to eyeball them too. If not, you can just use a handy little measurer like this to do your measuring. Okay, now for the lining of the face mask, or this is the front of the face mask. This is really important. This is my little shortcut tip for you. You're going to fold this over like not even 1/4 inch, as much as you can fold over without burning yourself with iron. Press. You're going to do the same thing on this side. You're going to press. Now, we're going to take 1/4 inch and we're going to fold it in. Be careful we don't burn ourselves with the iron. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to fold this over about 3/4, maybe 5/8, I don't know, somewhere along that edge, along there. Just like that. And press. So repeat this on the other side of your face mask, and then we're going to get sewing. Hi. So this is where the hair rubber bands come in, and I'm going to show you a easy little shortcut that I've come up with to insert it. Take your hair rubber band, you're going to place it under the fold like so, and then take a pin and pin it in place. Okay. So this is how to show you a little closer, so this is, you can see what it looks like. All right, now I'm going to go to the sewing machine and I'm going to set it on zigzag. Zigzag, there we go. And once you get the needle started, your sewing machine, you can go ahead and pull that pin out. That was just holding it in place. Then carefully, see if you could see this. There we go. So stretch it and zigzag. There you go. And look, see how easy? Now you've got it in the casing and you didn't have to string it through or anything like that. In case you missed it last time, we're doing the other side. Okay, take that rubber band, stretch the rubber band, and sew. Lining, you're going to also zigzag. And this is where it comes in handy. Remember how we press? This is why we press. Look how easy that is. Zippity-doo, right? Like that. And repeat that on the other side. We now have our two pieces, right? So front to back, just like that. Lining up the center. So see this little center part right here? You're going to line that up. And then put a pin right in the middle. And then you want to do, so I got the pin right in the middle. See, there we go. And I'm going to put a pin down here at the bottom too. So then I'm totally lined up on the center of my mask. There's a lot of threads, so trim your threads as you go, trust me, or you're going to have threads everywhere. Now, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to finish pinning the mask, and you can see I'm going to pin the lining right to the edge. Sorry, it's kind of bright in here. And then I'll do that, and I'll be right back. As you can see, everything's all pinned, right? It's got my little edges. I pinned right up to the edge. Because remember, this is a pocket, so they can put a filter inside. So now I'm going to top stitch along the edge here, and then all the way along the edge here. And here we go. We're just going to sew this. Back stitch, and now I'm going to sew the other side. I believe this is the bottom. go. Oh, the rumble in the background's the street cleaner. He's still out cleaning the streets here in Campbell, California. Okay. Now back up to me. Hello. So here we go. It's all stitched, and I'm going to turn it right side out. Or right, I'm sorry, not right side out, right side. Yeah, right side out. Here we go. I'm just going to do it like that. And like that. Okay, so I have it, and that I hate to do this, but you have to finger press. You're going to take your fingers and you're going to kind of pull the seam out a little bit. Remember, you got to put a note in with these that they need to wash them, or you need to wash them before you give them to them, because now your cooties are all over it. So you see I'm finger pressing. Finger pressing's an old time thing, but I'll tell you, it sure makes it much easier. Just kind of finger pressing, you're just pressing with your fingers. And we're going to go see, look, I'm really putting a lot of germs on here. So you press it, but I'm telling you, it makes your life much easier. Sometimes I even lick my fingers. So yes, right? We're going to wash these. We're going to wash these. Okay. And then we're going to go all the way to the end. Once I get to the end and I'm all finger pressed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stitch, top stitch on both sides. You might still have to finger press as you go along. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side. And we're almost done. I'll tell you, you go through a lot of thread making these masks. And a lot of bobbin thread too. But it's okay. There we go. Okay, we're all done. There you go. We have our very first face mask made. So now it's up to you to make more. Couple extra little tips. I always add a little strip of paper through the rubber band, and it says, you know, wash it. And then I also include with every face mask a little guide that shows how to put the filters in the face mask, so people know how to do that. You can just get that off of her website. So let me get my glasses off. There we go, perfect fit. And let's get these made out for all the people on the front lines. Thank you, bye.